Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Susan Monias, and I reversed my MS diagnosis I was given 11 years ago, 2011, maybe 12 years ago, actually. May, it'll be 12 years, which is unbelievable, and I just wanted to share with you. So today I posted on Facebook a post saying, is it what I did to reverse the MS, or is it what I did not do? So think about that. One thing I did not do, I did lots of things, and I went over that many times on my Facebook page, and those videos are saved on my Facebook page. You can always go back and watch them, what I did. But I realized, I woke up in the middle of the night, and it's like, well, you did these things, but there are things you did not do, that you were told to do, that you didn't do. And I did not take the medication. And I don't recommend that to anybody. I'm not a medical doctor, so I can't speak on medicine, but I don't believe in medicine. I don't believe anything comes from the outside in healing. Nothing's going to heal you that you take as a medicine or a surgery, of course, or a vaccination. That's not going to heal you. So now, these past couple of years, all we hear is, you know, the commercials, the superstars on TV, get your vaccination, you'll be healthy. Vaccinations have nothing to do with health. Medication has nothing to do with health. And surgery has nothing to do with health. And I've seen this week 3 or 4 times, and I want to say this first and foremost. If at some point that I get all shut down, that's fine with me. I'm building a website. I own my videos. I own my content. I own my story. No one can ever take that from me. So I'm going to preach this till God brings me home, whenever, how old I am. I'm going to do this till I die. So I will have, you can always go to my website at drsusanmanias.com. And hopefully, if God forbid this gets shut down, whatever, I don't care. I'll have my videos on my website, and you can always go there and look at them. But I will get the message out no matter what. So, you know, in today's world, we are taught, and children are taught, that health comes from something outside the body. That is not where health comes from. Health comes from the inside out, and there's no other way. So I have experienced this week at least 3 patients that come to mind. That this one patient, to me, it's so sad because she's a medical nightmare. She'd have everything removed. She'd have thyroid removed, her uterus removed, her gallbladder removed, and probably other things removed. But the thing was, as I was going through the issue, she didn't tell me why she had it removed, but I sent her an email saying, well, I expect you had your thyroid removed because it's becoming enlarged. So you had it removed. They told you how to remove it. So that's the new thing in the medical world. Remove the thyroid. If it gets enlarged, remove it. That's their answer. Medicine or surgery. Medicine does nothing for that. Removing it does nothing for it. And the proof happened this week because I did not know why she had her thyroid removed, but I did know that she had her thyroid removed. But funny enough, what came up in her blood work was autoimmunity, and more specifically was thyroid autoimmunity. And she has no thyroid. So I want you to think about that. She has no thyroid. She cut the part out that was enlarged, cut it out. Bucket of chicken. I always talk about that. We're not a bucket of chicken, but the medical world treats us like a bucket of chicken. Thyroid's enlarged, take it out. It's fixed. You're healed. Praise God. But that's not how God made our bodies. So that autoimmune process is still going on in her body, even though her thyroid's gone, which is going to bring her nothing good by removing her thyroid. Removing her whole endocrine system, her reproductive system, but that is her endocrine system. That's what I was thinking, like her endocrine system goes straight down, thyroid, adrenals, reproductive organs. Her endocrine system is being attacked. So that's not because of anything other than the causes and reasons I talk about, and she has autoimmunity. So I asked her a second question, like, okay, you had hysterectomy at a young age. Was that because you had polyps or fibroids, whatever you call them, growths in the uterus? Yes. So there you go. That was a second autoimmune condition. So thyroid was autoimmune. Her uterus had autoimmunity or PCOS because of metabolic dysfunction happening to her, or growths. So gallstones, kidney stones, tonsil stones, all of them, all the stones are because of autoimmunity. And because of the liver and everything going on in that whole area, gut, liver area, totally. And autoimmunity all comes from the gut is where it starts. And I've been saying that for years. So another thing I've been saying for years is the world has 95%, I think I said. You can always go back and watch my videos from early on. But 95% of the country, just our country, has undiagnosed autoimmunity. And it's because they don't have the test to give you to diagnosis. So when I was diagnosed with MS, there was 40 named autoimmune conditions at the time. There was 40. Now there's 180 plus. I don't even know what the number is now. The last I checked, there's 180 because they're just making names up or making conditions up. So I hear all the time people contact me and say, do you treat blah, 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 blah? Something I never heard of. So I went to a chiropractic school, which the schooling is exactly the same as medical schooling, except we have more diagnosis, more physiology, more biochemistry, more nutrition. We have more of everything. We just don't have medicine or surgery because we choose not to. So people say, do you treat this or treat that? I treat everything because I find out what's going on, remove the interference, and the body heals itself. That's my belief. That's my core belief. Everyone knows it. I've been saying the same thing for years now. So people come to me, and it's funny now, they come to me with diagnosis like a STD diagnosis. And it's really odd because some people are tested for STDs for 6-7 years with me. I tested blood every 6 months, every year, and there's no STDs. COVID came out, either the virus, the infection, or the vaccination. Now people have STDs. So where did that come from? Like, you have to start using your mind. And I'm going to start talking so bluntly because I'm so tired of hearing people having stuff removed, thyroids removed, breasts removed, uterus removed at young ages because they feel like that's going to be the answer. That is not the answer. It is not the answer. The answer is what I talk about. It's discipline, it's food, it's all those things. I always say it's the simplest things to do, but it's the hardest thing you'll ever do. What does that mean? It's simple. You just have to have the discipline to do it. So when I got diagnosed with MS, my eye was on the prize. I was reversing this. No doubt in my mind. I would have told anybody, a neurosurgeon, neurologist, whoever, who cares. I would have told anybody, I am reversing it. I did reverse it. Definitively, it is reversed. It is not there anymore. So because of my car accident last year, I got a brain MRI. I got 3 neurologists I saw. I went and kept seeing them. Didn't tell them I had MS. Then at the end of the examination, told them I had it. And they're like, I would never know you had it. No, you wouldn't know. So I have no symptoms of MS. Do I still have it? Do I still have brain changes? I don't know. Maybe. According to the MRI, no, maybe something. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. It never mattered to me because if I didn't have dysfunction and I was living a full life, it didn't matter to me what I had or what people said I have. So this was my post today. What didn't I do? I did not take the medication. So right now, MS diagnoses are up 670%. 670%, that's crazy. Why is that happening? Because number one, they're either getting misdiagnosed. There's a group of symptoms that the medical world has accounted for MS, and if you come with those groups of symptoms, then you have MS, and here's the medication, and you start taking it. And then is that what's causing the wheelchair to happen, or is the belief? Because that was the second thing I didn't do. I was handed a support group or whatever the heck it was. I want to curse right now. You can probably hear it almost coming out of my mouth. I won't let it. A support group, and when you get on that support group, everybody's counting down the days to the wheelchairs. I have another year to my wheelchair. I have another 10 days to my wheelchair, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, are you kidding me? I never went on those support groups again. It was more like a victim chat or whatever it was. Like everyone was victimized. They're all getting into wheelchairs. I was like, no way. No way am I ever getting into a wheelchair. And you have to have that belief. And that's where discipline comes from. Because if you have that belief and you've laser focused on that belief of what's going to happen, you have discipline because you know what you're trying to do. I was trying to create a new body within 7 years. And that is, you can look at the medical literature. That happens. Every 7 years, a body's replaced. I knew that. So that's what I was trying to do. So I didn't cheat because if I cheated, I was adding garbage to my body. I wanted to add only health to my body, good quality things that would bring health to my body. So that's where the discipline came from. People ask me that today. Like, you mean you still follow this after 12 years? Why the hell, I'm sorry, but why would I go back to the way I was when I got sick? Why would I ever do that? Isn't that the silliest question you ever heard? Of course I still follow it. I love my life. I love the food I eat. I've learned to love and enjoy everything. Food, who cares? Like, you all get attached to food. I have a patient now. She's like, I can't really work with her because of her mindset. But she's diabetic. She has so many things going on, but the top of the list to me is diabetic because we have to reverse her blood sugar first. But she's like, I want to live my life. I don't want to do anything too hard. Blah, blah, blah. Whine. I don't want to hear that. So if you're coming to me to whine at me about your life, I'm not your doctor. If you want to get well and get this thing reversed and done and out of your life, I'm your doctor, because I will fight like hell with you to get this reversed. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about the medical world. And even people, my colleagues, don't believe I reversed MS. They won't say it because they believe in the medical world. They've caught that problem too. They're all caught up in medical diagnoses. You know what? The hell with that medical diagnosis is. The body's the body. It's been the body forever. God made this body. He didn't make a mistake making the body. So if you're going to buy into the world and diagnoses and steroids and drugs and I need more drugs and this is happening and that's happening. I've bone on bone knees. That's like such a joke to me. I was told I was 37. Your knees are bone on bone. Yeah, okay. It's the way you hold the x-ray, whatever. You know what? The body's amazing. I regenerated all the cartilage in my knees. They may have been bone on bone. They're not anymore. It's an autoimmune condition. So everybody right now, everyone I'm seeing is having autoimmune conditions and they're not named. I'm seeing it in 13-year-olds, thyroid autoimmunity. I'm seeing in 20-year-olds, autoimmunity against their hormones. The body's attacking their hormones. They have no hormones. So it's happening now on young children. I'm going to fight for these kids like nobody's business, because they're not going to turn out, you know, the way I turned out, which wasn't so bad. 40 years old, I found out I had MS, but I knew I could reverse it, and I believed it, and I did. And it can happen every day. So please share this video. I'm so overhearing what people are dealing with in the world with medical doctors, getting no answers, just getting diagnosis, surgery, cut it out, medication, other medication, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working. It's all I hear all day from patients. I saw 12 doctors, and nothing they did worked. Okay, well, now it's time to take your blood, because life is in the blood. That's the river of life, is your blood. So I take the blood, and I dissect it, analyze it, look at it so deeply. The medical world does not do that. So it's the most common test, but it's the most undervalued and underutilized. It's such a shame because people are just so accustomed to getting a blood test. Well, the medical world is just testing biomarkers they can medicate. So that's all they're looking at, where the problem is. So I had somebody with gallstones, so they're looking at his gallbladder and his liver function and you know, his gallstones he's creating. And that's all they have is you can take this medicine, that medicine, cut out your gallbladder, do this. Like everything was cut out or take a medication. And he came to me, he's like, I don't want that. I still have belief. If I start cutting out and taking medication, I've lost belief, and I didn't lose belief yet. So I was like, yeah, we can definitely do this. It's autoimmune, 100%. So don't go out. That's the other thing. I had another patient who came and for some virus or something, and it's like, you know what? The body, your immune system will fight no matter what it is. So he's going to the medical world and asking, do you ever hear this, this, and that she does? And they're like, no, you know, so they're just totally disregarding everything I do. I'm laughing because they have this trial underway, and the trial is to literally cut the virus out of the body. But they're having trouble doing that because they're cutting the nerves, and they can't not cut the nerves while they try to cut the virus out of the body. It's just hysterical to me. And I'm like, and you're wasting your time talking to these people? But whatever. Everyone can do whatever they feel comfortable with. Do whatever you want. This is what I believe. This is who I am. So that should make your decision right now. You're either going to want to listen to me and talk to me or watch my videos, or not. You're going to totally shut me off, and that's fine. So either way, this is who I am, and I'm not going to be silent anymore. I'm not going to be quiet and polite anymore. I'm going to just tell it like it is, and that's how I tell my patients now. I tell it like it is. And I think they deserve that honesty, especially if they come to me. They deserve to get an honest answer of what's happening in life. Okay, this is going too long. I thank you for watching. Please share this. People are suffering out there. It's incredible, the suffering going on in this world. Please enlighten them and share this video. And watch this week. There'll be a second video, and I'll see you then. Thank you.